We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Brees will try again on second down. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And now it's third down. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, the pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and you know the coaches just got after him. They came in ready to play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
21.
Shotgun now for Brees. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on that.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
14. Two.
On third and long, it's Brees. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott on first down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cooper was the intended target. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Got it.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. On 2nd down, Elliott pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On the ground, Kamara. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On play action, now Breeze. And he finds Cook. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Breeze now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. running with Kamara. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Breeze now. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Breeze on third down. And Ginn's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. On first and 10, here's Breeze. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had two nice interceptions a week ago. Now two here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A second down throw for Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Cowboys on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Prescott now. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play. In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Breeze now on first down. Now Breeze lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. A very solid gain of 27. Breeze now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
2nd down, Prescott. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They start on the ground with Elliott. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Prescott now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
You go 46. Got it. 46.
First down, Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Buying time to his left. There he goes inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Prescott from the gun. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point splits the uprights. And we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Breeze now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Got it. 11.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And complete right side to Cook. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Good set. 95-56.
A give. This is Kamara. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready. You ready? On 1. Ready, my set.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Ready. You ready? Here's Mike 50.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Got it. 12.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Good set.
Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
26.
Prescott to throw it. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Coming left is Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the gun, it's Breeze. This is caught inside the 15. They give him a gain of 37.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it.
Here we go.
He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Saints. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what are you, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A first down throw for Prescott. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, Prescott again. He's going to look deep down the field. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. He'll get it up the middle. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A give to Kamara running right. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Easy. On 4.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now Prescott. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
One last shot now for Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right